Hi everyone, it's Jane. Today I'm going to do a writing sample of all the pens that I got at the Chicago Pen Show. So there's 22 of them, I believe. And I'm going to dip them in ink, write with them, tell you the name of the pen, tell you the name of the nib and what grind it is. And I'm going to be looking off camera over here to my notes. So I might have a pause here and there, so I apologize. The paper I'm going to use is Wonderland paper, notebook, I mean. And I love this paper. I don't know exactly what it is, if it's Tomei River or what, but that's the, oops, sorry. That's where you would get it from. But I think I got this from Ink Journal, and I've really enjoyed writing on this paper. So, first of all, I want you to excuse the state of my hands. I just got back from a horse show, and I feel like dirt just got ground into my hands and my nails and my nose and my teeth, and I'm just dirty. So hopefully I can pop a picture of the horse that I showed this weekend, because he's really pretty. So we'll see if I can get a picture in my to show up in the video. But anyway, I'm going to be dip testing the pens. Like I said, please excuse my hands. I'm not a hand model. So we're going to be using Pannonia Azul Frida, which is an Amarillo stationery ink that I also got at the pen show. It's really pretty blue. And I'll be using my Pengineer 3D ink station, which I'm totally addicted to. I love it. So I'm going to move the pens out of the way, and we'll get started with doing some writing samples here. I think I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I don't know if my camera will end up being able to focus on the nib then. For some reason, it's giving me some trouble with that. But we'll just give it a go and see what happens. So my handwriting's okay. And I print more so than I do anything else. And my cursive writing's okay, not great. Nothing to write home about. I'm practicing my flex nibs, but also not doing great with that, but I'm trying. So this is D squared pens, and the model of this one is Ribbon Candy, and it is a regular Yovo medium nib. I should have showed you the pen beforehand, but it's that square modeled pen. And I just dig this pen. It's really comfortable to write with. And this nib itself, I'm really liking it. It's a nice, juicy nib. Not dry at all. Really smooth. So, you know, smooth. And here's a cursive smooth. Cursive. No special cut on this one, just a regular Yovo nib. I don't know if my camera's going to be able to focus on it or not. Anyway, that's D squared pens. Hopefully you got to see the pen in my hand as well. So there's that pen. Next up, I have Newton pens, and the name of this model is the Prospector, and I believe it's their large model, his large model of Prospector, and it's Persian blue acrylic. Now this pen I find to be very comfortable because the section of it is a little thicker, and I like that. So this nib is also a Yovo medium. He had his initials engraved in it, but he also tuned, I believe it's Sean Newton. He tuned this nib while I was waiting for it, and man, it writes really nice. So this is, got a little bit too much ink on there. Newton pens, Prospector, regular Yovo medium nib. So you can kind of tell it's writing just a little juicier than the D squared pens. It's also very smooth and juicy. And I'm not looking through the camera, so hopefully you can see all that. So anyway, that is it in my hands, in my hand. Digging this pen a lot. I really like it. Okay, the next one is the Griffos pen, the one that is it's fashioned after an alabaster vase in Italy. And this one has, let me look here, also a medium nib, but I believe they do these nibs in-house. Now, it's a smaller nib. I don't know what size. Maybe it's a number 5 instead of a number 6, but it is also a medium nib. Let's see if I can make sure I got some ink on there. So this is Griffos, and it's a regular medium. And it also writes really smooth. This one feels really nice in my hand as well. It's got that nice curve to it. Oh, I was also going to show you if the pen's posted. I believe this one will post, but look how long it makes it. The other two don't post. So this one is also very smooth, juicy, lovely. So that's the Griffos pen. Sure does look like alabaster to me. Okay, and the next one up is Papa J, and this one is called Love or Lust. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous pen with all the feathering. There's actual feathers in here and glitter. Just absolutely love this pen. And it's also got his little insignia engraved on the nib. Let me look and make sure that this is a regular Yovo. Where did it go? Papa J. Yeah, it's medium, but I didn't write whether it was Yovo or what, but it is medium. This one also feels really nice in my hand. It does not post. I don't think you would want it to. So, Papa J, regular medium nib, Love or Lust. Just very, very nice writing pen. Lovely. Forgot the E in there. Juicy. Also a lovely pen. That's how it looks like in my hand. Very comfortable. Okay, so that's Papa J. Skogsy, LVE for low volume eyedropper pen. Now I do have some ink left in there. And his has a surfboard on it. It is also a Yovo medium nib that he tuned while I waited to purchase the pen. This one feels really nice in my hands, as do all of my Skogsies. I love his work. So this is a Skogsy LVE for low volume eyedropper pen. This does not have a cartridge in it. You unscrew this here to put ink direct. Whoops, unscrew this here, put ink directly in. Love my Skogsy pens. So that's that one. Okay, and next up is Franklin Kristoff. And let me see if I wrote down the colorway. I don't think I did. This is a model 31, and I think it's Glacier Ice. I could be wrong on that, but that's what the pen looks like. It is model 31. And the nib I got on this one is a medium, but it's a SIG nib, which is their italic version. Kind of, I don't know if you'll be able to tell any difference from it, but it writes just a touch different. It's a really nice feeling nib. I can't describe it very well, but I have another SIG nib that I really enjoy. It's got just a touch of feedback to it. Gives your writing just a little bit different edge to it. Model 31. It is a medium SIG nib. I guess if I would say the downstrokes are slightly thicker than the cross strokes. What am I going to write about this? It's also smooth and juicy. I did dip this one pretty far in, so it's going to put out a little bit more ink than regular. So that's what it looks like in my hand. I do believe you can post these if you like a longer pen. I do not. I like my pens unposted. So that's the Franklin Kristoff Model 31. The next pen is also a Franklin Kristoff. It is a Model 20. It's just a really pretty cap to it. Now this cap, you push it off with your thumb. It's not a screw-on cap. It's just, they did say on their description, this is for a more experienced pen writer, fountain pen user, I'm sorry, and I don't know why that is, but maybe it's because you're going to try to unscrew the cap and you may unscrew the section. They did say the nib is also slightly recessed in here. But this one has a music nib on it. And what a music nib is, 3 tines. If you won't be able to see it very well on my camera, I don't believe. You might be able to see it there. It was originally made for writing music with, and you make the notes a little bit easier with a music nib. So it's going to write a lot thicker, but you can write with these in reverse, and I'll show you that as well. So this is a Franklin, if I can get angled right, Kristoff, Model 20, and it's a music nib. So that's regular writing. Here's reverse writing. So you just turn it around. Doesn't look a ton different, but it feels different. So there it is, majorly wide downstrokes and narrow cross strokes. So that basically if you're writing music notes with it, it will give you those thicker note values like that. So that's why it's called a music nib. They used to use those in music. So this is reverse. It doesn't put out quite as much ink on the reverse. But you can write with, and it's just fun to play with at different angles. So that would be the Franklin Kristoff Model 20. And I edged up a little bit too much on that. Got ink on me. Okay, this is my Estherbrook, and this is a prototype color. It's made out of, excuse me, out of ebonite. And this color you're not going to be able to find because it's a prototype. So this one is a stub nib from Estherbrook. Okay, let's give that a try. Oops. A little too aggressive on dipping that one too. So this one may write really juicy as well. So this is Estherbrook, Model J, stub nib. And since this is a prototype color, they didn't have a name for it. So you're going to have thick downstrokes, narrow cross strokes on a stub nib. And it's also very smooth. Every Estherbrook nib I've gotten has been lovely. So that's the stub. Okay, next one is White Bear pens. And this one is, this one is the Ursa model. Just lots of glitter and pretty, pretty, pretty. And this one, I think her pens are really, really comfortable as well. Now it has her logo on there. I think you hopefully can see the little bear. I got a stub nib. This is a Yovo stub nib with hers. So let's see how this one goes. Okay, White Bear pens, the Ursa model. I don't know that she gave me a name for the colorway. She does her own resins, and I find them just gorgeous. So this is a stub also. And what I'm feeling the difference between this one and the Estherbrook, it's not much. This one has just a touch more feedback, but not much at all. They're both really smooth, and they put out a good amount of ink. Lovely. So, I mean, just it feels really good in my hand as well. I don't think, yeah, this would, I guess you could. I wouldn't post it. Okay. Then the next one is the Ursa. This is also White Bear pens. Ursa Minor. It's her pocket pen. And then this one does post because you would want to have that. That's what it would look like. Otherwise, if you didn't, post it, you could still use it, but still small. This one does eyedropper. She gives you a little kit with it in order to eyedropper, so still her logo there. And I got a medium nib on this one. So it's a regular Yovo, but it's a medium. This would be White Bear pens and Ursa Minor, and it's a medium. And just a really nice, smooth, again, very smooth. Now, occasionally you'll come across a Yovo nib that doesn't write well. I haven't had too many of them. I've had more Bach nibs that don't write as well as the Yovo nibs. So that is her pocket pen. Okay, so I made my way through the little tray here. I'm going to get one of my little pen rolls out and let's see what we got here. Okay, this is Meyers. Make sure I got all three of his pens out. Yes, Meyers Pen Company. Things are rolling away from me over there. And this one is, let me find it, called the Alpha Beta Fight Pink. Alpha would be the model. The colorway is Beta Fight Pink. And I got on this one a Fountain Pen Revolution nib. You save a little money with him if you use their nibs because they're a little less expensive. Look up Fountain Pen Revolution if you're interested in different nibs. They're really affordable. This is a flex nib. Ultra flex, I think they call it. So you can see the cutaways right here. So that nib is going to flex. So we'll see. Oh, that's what it looks like in my hand. It's a bigger pen, which again, I enjoy those. Now, flex pens tend to get away from me at times, and this one is super flexy. So this is Meyers Pen Co. I'm not flexing it yet, I'm just writing it, and that is the Alpha model, Beta Fight Pink, right? Fight Pink, and it's a flex. So let's try to flex it. So the downstrokes will be pretty thick, then cross strokes. And I'm flexing it right now. I don't know if it will zero in on that. But basically, if you go up with it, it's really narrow, and then you put a little pressure on it, it's going to give you more ink that comes out. So if I write flex, as I told you, I'm working on my flex writing. Flex writing. So heavy on the downstrokes so that you can get that nice, juicy. There you go. That's Meyers Pen Company, and the nib is a Fountain Pen Revolution. I think it's Ultra Flex. Okay, the next one is also Meyers. Whoops, making a mess over here. Meyers Pen. And this is Mint Chocolate. And the model of this one is also an Alpha, but it's an Alpha Petite. And this one has also a Fountain Pen Revolution, but it's a medium nib. Okay, so this is Meyers Pens. Now, maybe you can see this, maybe you can't. The ink is much lighter coming out of this pen. Out of this nib, I'm sorry. It could be the nib. It could be the fact that it needs to be inked up. I'm not sure. But just to let you know that all the nibs write different. And Fountain Pen Revolution's nibs, they're great. They're a little less pricey. Alpha Petite. And it's Mint Chocolate. I hope I'm not shaking the camera. I might be. So I'm having to work a little bit to get the ink out, but again, I'm just dipping it. If I inked it up, it could possibly write a little bit better. So that's that one. Oh, did you see it in my hand? There you go. And then the next one is Meyers Pen Company. And this one is called Dirty Martini because on the finial, it's got a martini glass. I also, well, when I get done writing with this, I want to tell you something else about these pens. So I got a Yovo nib. It's a black nib that in a medium, but that is a Yovo nib. Okay. Oops. Meyers Pen Co. And this one is also, I think this is also an Alpha. It might be an Alpha. Yeah, it's an Alpha model, medium nib, Dirty Martini. And it feels really good in my hand too. It's a larger pen. I'm having some hard starts going on with this one. Again, probably because I dipped it, it would probably not do that if I had it inked up. So Beautiful. Okay, so what I wanted to tell you about Meyers pen is Allan, the owner, he ended up sending me, let me grab it real quick. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to grab something real quick. I'll show you. Okay, this pen can be converted to a dip pen, which is really nice. And you guys haven't had a dip pen, these nibs come out, and that's what that looks like. And then you can put different nibs in them, like the Kakamori nib, you can put in here. So he sent that to me after, it was like a week after not even a week after the show. He sent this section to me and said this converts into a dip pen. And he also sent me another, what I call, what Wendy Sue of Fountain Pen News calls a swink. And it's another finial that he resin, a little martini glass in that one. And he polished this one so that I could do some ink smearing with it. I just thought that was just really wonderful of him. Plus, he sent me a knife because I had mentioned to him he'd used a knife to open a package there, and he opened it one-handed. And I asked him, how did you do that? Because I would love to have a one-handed knife that I could use to open hay bales with. And he sent me one just because he's a wonderful person. So check this company out and give him your business because he earned it. Okay, next pen. Derail pen. And it didn't have a name to it or a model that I found, but I just call it my preppy pen or my Floridian pen, and it has a regular Yovo medium nib on it. I'm going to double check that it did not have a name, and it did not. Okay, and this is a regular medium. Trying not to get so too much ink on this. So this is, I'll spell this right, Derail pence. Now, wow, this nib's juicy. And this one is a medium nib. And it could be because I got a little too overly enthusiastic with the dip. Very juicy, very smooth, lovely. So that is how it looks like in my hand. That does not post. Nice thick pen, which I enjoy. Okay, then the next one is Leather and Lathe, and this is they didn't have a model or a colorway on this, but it was the first pen that the wife picked out and turned her. She's an artist, and I got a regular medium Yovo nib on this one as well. That's what it looks like in my hand, and this is Leather and Lathe. That's a medium. Now this one feels much more controlled for some reason. It's not hugely juicy, but it just is, I'm just going to put controlled. That's what it feels like. It feels lovely and nice and smooth. So I do enjoy this one too. So that's Leather and Lathe. And then this one is the EE turnings, and this is the wood with diamond cast. Gidgee wood from Australia, I believe. And this is a regular Yovo medium nib as well. It's a bigger pen, much bigger pen. Let's get him going here. EE turning. And I think it's Gid, let me look at it, make sure in my notes. Gidgee wood diamond cast. Oops. Now this nib is, I'm working a little bit to get this one to write. It's stiff. It feels stiff to me. Not a bad thing. Please don't think I'm criticizing. I'm not. I'm just telling you it feels a little stiffer. But the pen itself, I'm just digging it because I love how it feels. Feels wonderful. But a little bit stiffer of a nib. Okay, now I've got, I think, a couple more over here. Oh, I've got 6 more. I'm sorry if this is going on too long. I really didn't want it to be huge. I've got pens rolling everywhere. Okay, the next one is my AnalogNotes pen. This is the Henry model, and he did not tell me the colorway on this one. Or if he did, I didn't write it down, so that's always a problem. And he's got his little logo on there, and that's a regular medium nib as well, Yovo. AnalogNotes. It's a medium. And this one, I love it. It's this particular maker and this particular model of pen fits my hand beautifully. This nib feels nice and smooth, puts a lot of ink down, and just feels really good to write with. So that is AnalogNotes. Next one is, the Henry model. I should have written down that. This is Opus 88, and I believe it's called the Flora model. Now, this one I got from Pen Realm, which is Kirk Spears' business. He tunes every single nib of every pen that leaves his shop. So he tuned this, and this one is an Opus 88 nib that is a medium. But Kirk Spears did tune it, so I feel very fortunate with that. And Opus 88, this one is a thick pen as well. I love Opus 88 pens. So this one's nib, very controlled, just lovely. It's not going to like spit ink. It's controlled. I kind of didn't get aggressive in the ink dip either, but it's a very controlled, smooth rider. These are also eyedropper pens. You just unscrew this and you put ink in those. Okay, Opus 88. Let's see, next one. This one is also from Pen Realm, Kirk Spears Table. It's a Russ pen, and it's made out of ebonite. I did not get a colorway, I don't know what the color is. It's pink and purple, it looks like. This one I chose, this is a Yovo nib, but I chose a stub, and I think that the checkerboard on there just looks really cool. And Kirk Spears also tuned this nib up. So this one is Russ pens, and it is a stub. I'm sure I would get it to write if I inked it. I just dipped it. So the stub nib, again, writes thicker downstrokes, narrower cross strokes. And it is an ebonite material. Also smooth writer. That's what that looks like in my hand. Feels really good. All my pens that I picked this show are thicker, beefy pens, which I like. Okay, now this one is Mike's Pen Fun. The colorway, I didn't get a model name, but the colorway is Unicorn Hair. I believe that's Jonathan Brooks blank. And this is a number 8 size nib. So you can tell it's a much bigger nib. It's a Bach nib. It's a double broad. And Mike has all of his nibs tuned by Kirk Spears before he sends them out. So you know they're going to write. Okay, so this is Mike's Pen Fun Unicorn Hair. And it's a double broad. It's my first double broad. I like it, but I like a very, very juicy pen. I've always liked those. I like to see what the ink does when you lay it down with the pen. Very juicy, lovely to write with. There you go. So that's what that looks like in my hand. If you ever get a chance to chat with Mike from Mike's Pen Fun, I would encourage it. He's just fun. He's a character. Okay, next one is, all right. This one is Stationary Universe, and I think it's called Butterfly, Butterfly Nebula, and it was in a conjunction she did Tori at Stationery Universe with White Bear pens, with Michaela at White Bear pens. So you can kind of see through the resin. It's pink and blue and just lovely. And there's the, I don't know if I can get a better view without my ring light. No, that's not going to help. There. Isn't that neat? This one, she's got her little ink blot on the nib, and this is a medium also, and it's a Yovo. Okay, so this is Stationery Universe and White Bear Universe, White Bear pens. Medium nib. Writes just gorgeous. I can't wait to really actually ink this pen because I'd like to see. Now, this is a narrower pen than I normally choose, and it feels lovely. It feels really good. It's nice and smooth. These threads do not get in the way of your hand. Just really, really beautiful. There you go. Okay, and then I think there's one more in this roll, and then a nib I wanted to show you. Okay, this one's from Mayfair Pens. This is an eyedropper pen. The colorway he said, okay, wait a second here. Where did we go? Mayfair, where are you? There it is. Arkinstone model, and it's a new model for him. And then it is a Bach nib. Oh, I'm sorry, no, it's not. I looked at the wrong line. Where are you again? I lost you. Mayfair, Arkinstone model, pens by Pasquali blank. So Pens by Pasquali made that blank. So that's what it looks like in my hand. And this is a Yovo medium. Now you're probably wondering, why do I get all the medium nibs? I have found that that's what I prefer. I don't care for a fine nib too much, and an extra fine, no thank you. But that's just me. Everybody's different. And that's why you do this. You get different pens, different nibs, and maybe not buy them or try, get out and try them if you all can get to a pen meter, whatever. Arkinstone model. I just found by trial and error that medium is what I enjoy. And then some pens I really enjoy the broad. And then pens by Pasquali. And I will probably spell Pasquali wrong. Let's see if I can, pens, or by Pasquali. Medium. This nib writes gorgeous too. Gorgeous pen. Smooth writer. So that is that. Okay, now I bought an Ian Schoen nib by Schoen Designs, a Monach nib. And it was the cursive smooth italic nib. So what I'm going to do is show you a regular Monach nib, and then I'm also going to show you the nib that I bought. But this is on a Black Robin pen, because I thought that the color of the nib itself matched this pen really well. So he's got an anodized titanium nib. It's a solid piece of titanium that he machines from a solid piece. And then if you get them colored, they're a little bit more expensive, but I think the color is just gorgeous. So this is his cursive smooth italic, and it's just got, and I'll show you, so what a regular Monach nib looks like. This is a regular Monach nib. I don't know if you'll be able to see much of a difference or not. Yeah, you kind of can. In the cut of them. So both of these nibs you can write in reverse with. On the regular Monach, you're not going to see much of a difference on reverse. This one you will. So let me write with the regular Monach first, and you can see that. Oops, got a little aggressive again. Okay, this is Schoen Design, and it's a regular Monach nib. I'm going to say it writes kind of like a graphite pencil. That's what it feels like to me. It just feels, it's very juicy. It wouldn't be as juicy if I inked it up. It's just that way because I dipped it. But it writes almost like a pencil. It gives you that feeling. Now, if I write in reverse, It's just a little thinner, but still very, very legible. That's in reverse. And I love this nib. I mean, you can angle it however you want. You're not going to get a ton of line variation with this, but you are going to get reliable, smooth, lovely writing out of this. It is very expensive. These nibs are. I would have to say, you know, if you have the budget for it, they're very well worth it because of the innovation and the artistry and the craftsmanship in that. So here is the cursive smooth italic version. I'm going to try not to get as aggressive because this is very juicy. But I got too much. Okay, so shown design also. Design. And this is a Monach cursive smooth italic. So I'm getting a little bit of feedback. So thicker downstrokes, if you can tell, thinner cross strokes. Now, if you write in reverse, you're going to get thinner downstrokes and thick cross strokes. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's like an opposite. And then when you write, I mean, it's much thicker of a writer on the reverse. Thinner, regular. So that's the Monach. Now, also one more thing, and then I'll let you go because this is getting way too long. Ian Schoen also makes a rollerball conversion. So you can put this rollerball in his pen with an ink converter. And so you can write with a rollerball with fountain pen ink. That's just an option that he has as well. And I tell you what, this rollerball writes lovely. So anyway, just thought I would share that with you. Check out Schoen Designs as well. They are, like I said, yes, they're expensive, but I think they're worth it from an innovation standpoint. So hope you enjoyed this. Sorry it went on so long, and thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if there's other stuff you want to see. I have other nibs that I'm planning on doing a video of the different kinds of nibs that I have with writing samples. So thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.